Good morning, guys. Welcome to the stream. Hakan wants to say good morning first, so I'm going to open the mic in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Hakan. Okay, the rest of you, come on.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Uncle John. And guess what I'm looking at and what you are looking at? We have a economy class seating arrangement. How's that?
Oh my God.
It's nice, hey? So, hello, good morning, Bitrip. Welcome. We now can choose between the seating arrangements here in the simulator. I just want to go to the cabin seat that I pre-programmed. Not that far. So we can actually have a look around. So, now it's kind of more realistic.
That's definitely Ryanair.
You think, well, we'll have to get somebody to paint them and give us different variations. So let's have a look, see where we can set this. I have not gone through this, so I'm not sure where it's going to be. Maybe under the visual effects, actually. Visual effects. Passenger. No, 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 no. It's not here. It's not here. If you find it before me, tell me.
Morning, Captain Olaf.
Hello, hello. Don't see it yet. General config. Oh, you know where it would be? Under the loads, I suppose. We've got the 189 seater, so let's go for the 160 seater and have a look, see if that makes a difference. Wish Yeri was here, then he could tell us. Yeah, there you go. Now it's different. So it depends on the seating arrangement that you choose. Now we've got the business and economy class because it's the 160 seater. And if we go back to the 189 seater,
These guys are amazing, aren't
yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm loving this. I'm really loving this. So anyway, guys, it was actually not planned to start late. I said to the guys on Discord, now I've got an excuse. I had to wait for this model to be released, but that's not really the truth. I just had a bit of a lie in, and I had the best night's sleep in weeks last night. So I didn't feel like getting up early. I hope you don't mind and that you understand. So we are currently in the Vulcan model. We are in 11.50 beta 3. Where is this about? Just to show you guys.
I'm so glad that you came clean, because if you hadn't, I would have.
Oh man. Anyway, so there's beta 3. The big difference now is I'm actually in the ordinary mode. I'm not using Vulcan right now, and there's a reason for me wanting it this way. Hello, McTrying. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Mac.
Right, the reason I want it this way is I want to bring some Toolkit Pro into the equation, but I want to go to the cockpit for that. Alright, so I've just connected and I want to go to the weather. Real world weather is turned off right now because I want to look at the presets. So if we click on the presets, I want to show you guys something. This is the beta version 11.50 build 3 like I showed you, but we are not using Vulkan, we are simply using the OpenGL, which means that we can have the rain effect. Now there's been a lot of complaints that this rain effect doesn't work, and I want to show you it does. If you installed this aircraft correctly, it does. Alright, so there's light rain, there's heavy rain, and there's a storm. Alright, we've got proper coverage on all the windows. There shouldn't be an issue. So guys, if you are having a problem, the wipers won't work because you don't have the power set. Alright, so I picked it up on the forum and I picked it up on Facebook. The guys complain about this lip rain. Even on the Zibo Discord, there was a guy complaining. There's no such thing as it doesn't work. You know, a bad install maybe, or ignorance maybe, but there's definitely not a problem with it. I mean, I can jump to any of these weather pre-selects. That's a clear day. That's a cloudy day supposed to be according to the selection. Then we've got the light rain. We've got the heavy rain. In my esteemed opinion, since Zibo worked on this lip rain, it's actually much better than it used to be. Abhishek, good morning. Batsim is working. Yes, perfectly. We're going to fly on Batsim with X-Pilot this morning. The only thing that does not work yet is the labels above the aircraft. You cannot see them yet. But if you go to this mode where you don't have Vulcan, it works as usual. It works proper as usual. So the idea here is just to get the latest X-Pilot. If you want to use the Vulcan model, then it will work. You know, it's just one of those things. I'm still playing with the weather. I love this effect. I really love this effect. Now, if we look at the FPS, it doesn't have such a great FPS impact even as it used to have. So there's been a bit of work. There's been optimization, and I mean it clearly works. This is on a stormy day. Yeah, this is the highest setting I can push it manually. Yes, Abhishek, it works perfectly. You'll see. I'll show you just now.
Is it raining in real time?
No, sir. No. I don't know what the weather is in real time. I've not switched it on. So I'm going to go to clear weather. Let's just switch off the wipers there. And let us then go to real weather. Right, so I'm going to enable real weather. Right, let's get this thing off the screen then. Alright, so I wanted to have it on screen so you guys could see where I get the presets from. It worked perfectly. There wasn't any reason for it not to work. It feels like that's a reload stutter. There was real weather kicking in. So that should do it. Let's quickly have a look at the METAR EIDW. Check if it's in the sim already.
I am not.
There's no rush, Hakan. There's no rush. Hold yours is just join when you can
No
and all
rush.
these things. No rush whatsoever.
Someone established Dublin, but I am not. I am not established.
No worries. Alright, so let's quickly see. 0830 Zulu, 0830 Zulu, we have the exact same weather. So what I did was, all I did was enable the real world weather in STKP, and it has done its little update, so I'm happy with that. We can actually move that to 15 minutes now because it's done the initial update. Right, so again, just for the record, this is 11.50b3 with OpenGL. Alright, so what we can do then is we're going to change that now to Vulkan. It's going to use Vulkan now, and then we have to restart, which we're going to do. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good
Morning.
morning.
Hello, Joe.
Good morning, JR.
We are
Paul.
in. We are making breakfast here, sir.
Good. 2 scrambled eggs and some bacon and white toast with some honey, please.
Hold on, you already had his breakfast. He just wants double.
No, I didn't. No, really, I didn't. I had 2 rusks with coffee at that.
You're on air, Nico?
Yes, sir. On YouTube.
Okay.
Yes, Captain. Would you like to drink something? Ding dong.
Ping pong. Thank you. Joe,
Yeah.
we just had an update to the Zibo, so that was the intro to this stream. For the guys who came in late, I'll just show you guys. You can have different cabin configurations now. It's automatically set when you choose your seating arrangement in the Zibo payload page. But it looks very nice because now you've got the economy only, single class, or you can have your split business/economy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to see that. That's great. So that's
I'll
11 now or 10?
11. This is 13.
13. Oof.
Zibo 13. Yeah.
I did 11 yesterday. I guess he came out with 2 more since
Yeah, he
I
did
saw it.
12 very late last night our time, and then what he did was this morning, just before the stream, 5 or so minutes before the stream, he updated to 13. There you go. There is the single class because we have selected Ryanair with a 189 seater. So that's your single class depiction. As we know it here in South Africa as well, we for Mango where I used to work, this is what it looks like. Can you see? Are you on stream?
Yep, I see it.
All right. So if you go to your wrong place, load, payload, and we step through to the end. When you change your seating numbers, it will then change accordingly. So there you see your divider all of a sudden, and this is then your business class with economy at the back.
Well, that's cool.
I remember the old days, some of the South African Airways aircraft had this many moons ago. So yeah, that
That's
is part of it, the changes. Yes, sir.
yeah. That's the best seat in the house behind that wall.
Oh, you think so? Why do you like
Yeah,
that so much?
because you have so much leg room. I
Oh
always try to
yes.
get that.
Oh,
Yeah, you have a ton of leg room.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Good morning, Lucian. Abhishek, I have just started my um, X-Pilot client. This is now in the Vulkan version, just to confirm Vulkan is running. All right, so I'm going to just do the normal thing and I'm going to start up my task manager and performance page so I can just keep an eye on the VRAM.
When you connect to Xpilot, you are going to see airplane next to you.
Okay,
Guess it. Who is he?
is it? I think it's a Turk.
Yeah, come on, come on.
His
I,
name's
I,
Hakan.
it's a person. Person.
It's a Turk. Yeah, Turkish person. Did you bring your
Yeah,
Turkish
come
delight?
on.
Come on, come on. Did you bring your Turkish delight? That's all I'm interested in.
Whenever you want, sir, as you know. But coronavirus issue doesn't permit.
Okay, well then we wait until it blows over and then yeah, it's fine. I'll get it from you then. That's perfect, Hakan. All right.
Okie dokie, sir.
Before I connect, or let me actually connect. Why not? Why not? What is my Ryanair call sign today? It is going to be Ryanair 816.
Ryanair 983.
There we go. There you are. Perfect. All right. So Abhishek, there is your answer. It does work. There are just no aircraft labels above the aircraft. So I don't think that's a big train smash. At least we can use Vulcan on. with Xpilot on VATSIM now. So
I think this style is better. I don't want to see the labels in real life as well.
yeah, I also when I run my AI, I take the labels off. It's kind of unrealistic. So I hope they give us an option.
But difficult to manage ground traffic sometimes, maybe without labels. But
Not
still, I
really.
like without labels.
No, man. No, no, it looks fine. It looks fine. All right, so I have the wind at 250 at 9 knots. So that means we can take runway 28 as the default again. All right. EGPH, let's have a look see. Runway 24 is active. 250 at 11 knots.
My STKP is running flawlessly. You know,
Good.
adding fleet.
Good.
Yeah, it works great.
Yeah, there's just two issues I picked up in the latest one. I'm not sure if it was just because of a fluke. Maybe it's something on my side. I have not asked Dan yet, but when I go and ask for the aircraft, there used to be a drop-down list. Maybe one of you guys can tell me. I'll show you quickly what I mean. When we go to create, hang on a second. This is something I obviously missed last night. So this is now RYR 816. Oh, that's the flight number. So that is FR 816. RYR 816. You see, there's no drop down list. I have to type in into that box. I prefer to have a drop down list than to type
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
really prefer a drop down list. We're going to do this on VATSIM. Before I go there, it's the same thing whether I show you there. The other thing that does not work is when you click on create a flight, for some reason these guys do not operate anymore. That needs to be fixed in my esteemed opinion. We want to see the tabs. I mean, it happens from time to time. I want to refer to some of the information contained therein, and now this little page is blocking it. So I would like to see this actually go over it, like it used to, because in the previous
Right.
version it worked perfectly. You could just go and click there and go find the stuff that you wanted. But those are the only two things that I semi not happy about. The other thing that I really like now is now I have my extra tabs. Dan gave me extra tabs. Thank you very much, Dan. That was wonderful. So I can now do my whole plan and everything right from here. So we can copy our route that we have
Is your
this.
active sky working?
No, I haven't
Is
tried
that
Active Sky again. I'm actually using the STKP weather right now. Um, all the weather you see now comes from STKP, and the depiction is done by SkyMax Pro and the Real Weather connector. So they're in the
Is
background.
is there web browser to search something on STKP?
You can put a web browser in one of your tabs. Hello, Ryan. Morning. So you can, but why do you want to do that when you've got a browser on your PC already?
For example, you want to check your Ryanair flights in Ryanair Virtual. So maybe you can put a browser there, everything is together.
Well, look at my screen. There is Ryanair. This is the browser. I'm currently logged into Ryanair, and that is where I then pick up my flight details.
I see, sir.
So it is there, Arkan.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
where is the option for the SkyMax weather?
What do you mean the option for SkyMax weather? There's nothing
It
in
said,
STKP. What happens, Joe, is when you go here,
yeah.
you have to connect your STKP to your X-plane, all right, to the back there. Then
Hmm.
you have to go to your settings. You have to enable the real world weather. And I also like the spoken ATIS system because that really sounds cool. You know, so you can tune your COM1 on different frequencies to get
Okay.
your
All right.
spoken weather. Okay, so that's how you enable that. Then in my X-plane, SkyMax Pro sits over there. So over here, I can now start configuring everything the way that I want it. So we can have lens flare on and off. I think I'm going to switch it off for now, just for the hell of it. Cloud reflection in water, and the rest I just leave stock standard. Oh, and I love my guard rays. You know, this crepulous rays are very nice for me. What you can do is we can bring it down a little bit. I think I'm going to put it on 60 as opposed to 80%, and we're going to apply the changes there. Trying, maybe this will make it look a bit better. I never thought about changing the slider. Right, so that's the one place, and then in SkyMax, I've also got the real the real weather connector. So you have to make sure that it's pointing to an external injector, because we need to use that metar.rwx file to inject the weather. So that comes, this works like Active Sky. So whether you have Active Sky or the SDKP weather, it needs to be there, and then never change the visible weather. I like that feature because it makes the transition to a new weather area just a little bit smoother. And that's it. That's the basic setup then, and that gives us this. Now you see, now you don't really get the guard race. Let's go fiddle with that setting a little bit. Maybe we're not supposed to get it here. One would think it would be more pronounced. Oh, I suppose we're going to have to click apply before it does anything, right? Nope, now the glare is more. Let's put it on 50. The glare is less. Alright, I do see a little bit of rays in there, but it's not as pronounced. Let's put it to 60.
Maybe time of day also would.
Yeah, an angle to the sun and things like that. Let's put it on 40 then. Because I mean, it is overbearing what you get there. Okay, let's leave it at 40. I want to see as we fly if we actually get proper guard rays, because I like it, but I don't like that overbearingly white glare that we get. So.
You know, it's great to see Osama back. I
Oh
watched
yeah,
that
yeah.
video last night, and
Mm-hmm.
he was running Vulcan, and he had showed the reflections turned all the way up.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a difference with the reflections all the way up. It was incredible. It was beautiful. But he's got a monster machine.
I know, I don't have that. So all I see is an increase in a load on the system.
Yeah, you and me both.
Um, anyway, Osama, I'm glad he's back. I mean, he was one of the reasons I got into streaming. You know, I watched so many of his videos and all. Um, cool to see he's
Great.
back.
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, he's a great guy.
Okay, I'm going to leave that reflection then. So that's the only setting I lifted. I've never used reflection detail ever because of the sheer impact on the system. I mean, I don't like to have a scenery simulator when I want to have a flight simulator. So let's actually
What kind
increase
of
that.
hit you getting?
Right now, I must be honest, I don't see much of it. I really don't see much of it. I've got my task manager open and I'm watching. The reflection gave me 0 hit, nothing at this point in time. And now I want to just lift. Oops, kicked me off.
Nico,
That's yeah.
today we need to speak Irish English
No.
because the tower is open. 118.60.
Yeah. You can try that. I'll just stick to my Pura English. You know, I'll speak it with a bit of self-defense in mind. You know. Okay. Good morning, Joshua. Good morning. Good morning. Let's go and check now. All right, so just by increasing the objects, I've lost 300 megabyte of VRAM just between those two settings. 300 megabytes of VRAM. When I changed this setting, there was no difference in VRAM usage. When I changed that one, 300 megabytes. So I'm going to remove it again. Hope it drops, that it clears that memory for us. Yeah, it's cleared it. So I've gained 300 megabytes of VRAM again. It's amazing, you know, when you start doing tests like this to see the actual impact on the system, you know, compared to just winging it, you know, and just hoping for the best. All right, so before we go on, I want to do the same kind of test that I did earlier, and I also want to show you the impact. So let's go for the rain. I'm obviously on the normal Zibo rain, as you guys can see there at the back. Let's just turn it so you see a little bit more of the windscreen. Then I'm going to select heavy rain. You can immediately hear a difference, and then we're going to go for stormy weather. So this is in Vulcan. There's the FPS. Let's look at it that way. Let's go back down a notch. Heavy rain, light rain. Doesn't really impact the FPS, it seems, eh? That FPS is kind of solid, don't you guys agree?
Yeah, looks
Yes.
like it to me.
Yeah. So this is Vulkan. It seems to be really very well optimized for this purpose. Then if we go to the visual effects, the ski does not work. Librain does not work. It does not matter what you do. There will be no display compared to the OpenGL. You guys see there is absolutely no display. That is why I will use the ordinary Zibo windshield effects, just to have some rain. I mean, you want some realism. Mac,
Yes.
I was on Sasso's forum on GitHub last night after we discovered the beta pushback. Guys, listen, if you have a beta pushback that crashes your X-Plane, it's not beta pushback. We discovered it's Ultra Weather XP. So I reported it to the guys, and at least one guy has come back and said, yeah, he confirms it. So I'm very optimistic. It's the Ultra Weather XP. It's not Vulkan compatible yet, guys. Please don't use Ultra Weather XP and expect it not to crash if you use the beta pushback. So these two things seems to clash, and I thought I would just mention it to you that you also know about it. The
Thank you.
the Ultra Weather XP people released a note via the threshold that they are working. They have released a beta to their beta testers of 2.6 that will be Vulkan ready. So yeah, that's just a little bit of extra information for you guys. Good morning, Jose. Anyway, okay. What's next? What are we gonna do? Let's go back to real world weather. clear the weather. Then go to real world weather. All right. Ooh, I wonder who this VIP is with this fancy BMW driving up here. I think he's got the wrong address. He's leaving.
Come on, passenger Escobar there.
Ah, Hakan. Is that it? I wondered how he got on the planes. Well, guys, now you know. Now you know. He comes with a fancy BM. All right, so let us start our planning side of things, or continue with it at least. So back to STKP. So we said Navigraph. Right, and
I'm in Irish pub, so when you are ready, please just drop a call, okay?
I'll WhatsApp you. Don't worry, we'll get you here in time.
We promise not to forget you, Arkin.
Oh, I want to tell you guys a story. I want to tell a story. I've got a friend. His name is Johan, and it's not somebody that you know. It's not the Johan that you know. Him and his girlfriend went to Johannesburg International, and they were on their way to Durban to pick up a cruise line cruise that they bought. And they got to the airport like 3 hours early. So they decided to go to one of these little coffee shops. An hour after the flight left, they realized they were late. So they sat there for like 4 hours. It was funny. They had to come back home and missed the whole flight, missed the cruise, missed everything. Don't do that, Arkan. Don't do
No problem, sir.
that. That's why we'll WhatsApp you. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning. We'll let you know. Let's actually just maximize this little bit on my side, makes it better to read. All right, so that's our flight, our arrivals. Let's go to that side. It's going to be runway 24. Gives you the same thing. Might as well use that one. Good morning, CJ. And the approaches will be. Ooh, let's go check that. What would that one be called? TLA, Torren. Right, let's see. 24 via TLA. All right, so there's a bit of an overlap there. We'll have to fix that inside of the Zibo. That's not a problem, and then it will take us directly in. All right, let's go to world map. All right, so we're going to copy this route.
Since Nico is busy, I say good morning to new messages.
Hello, Tony. Good morning. If I see you, I'll drag you in here. Jose dropped out. Where are you, Tony? I don't see you on Discord. Just send me a note if you want me to drag you in, okay? You are welcome to join us. Right, okay, so then what we want to do is we want to export this flight. Very definitely, this goes to the beta version of Explain Outlook FMS plans. There you go. We did copy it so we can stow this thing. All right, so now we have FR 816, I think we said. 816.
Nico, someone became online on my stand.
Okay, that's fine. Tell him you were there first. Tell him he can check the YouTube video. You were there first.
Okay, okay. I will do something else. But I can't see the label.
Yeah, now you don't know who it is.
Who is he? Who is he?
Yeah.
Let me send guard message.
Nico,
Yes, sir.
would it be useful to mention to the guys who's running um, 4 gig cards the issues that they're likely to have with the new beat?
Um, I suppose we can talk about it. I have touched on it, but let's quickly run through that. One of the things that I have a problem with, as Uncle John said, is I've got a 4 gig card, VGA card. So I had to drop my texture quality. It's usually there in the middle. I had to drop it because otherwise I just kept on running out of VRAM. So just for the time being, guys, that's a very good tip. And I just do that. The other thing is when you spawn in now I had that other thing on screen. Hold on, let me do it again. All right. So I had to drop my texture um, quality from the middle there just down one notch. That gave me enough room now to operate in Vulkan because one of the things with this 4 gig card is the VRAM's limited and it busts it quite easily. The other thing I did was I disabled all third-party add-on scenery as well as authos, and that gave me the extra boost. So now at least I can do a complete flight opposed to the first attempt we had last week where it didn't work. So no, those are good tips.
In essence, what we're saying is the the 4 gig card is sort of pretty borderline. As a minimum, you really need maybe a minimum of 6.
Yeah, I would say 6 would be better, minimum, really. Unfortunately, that is something that comes in time. People upgrade in time, as I will as well. So, for what it is, you have to compromise. Okay. Then the other thing, gentlemen, I'm going to just drag it more in line here. Remember in the normal explain, I always said use the Charlie 172 to load your aircraft first. In this one, when I do it, I immediately run out of VRAM. So the best second alternative is if you go to the developer menu, you reload the aircraft. There's two options. I'm going to do aircraft and art because that's a complete reset. All right. The other one, I've tried it. It seems to sometimes work, sometimes not, depending on the load on the system. So I'm going to click on that one and we'll let the Zibo reload. It's as if you're moving it to a different stand or you are um, loading the Cessna 172 first. So once you've loaded it, just to make sure that all the scripts run properly, this is just my suggestion. I had it last night where it failed horribly on me. It failed big time, and it's because I was in a hurry and I didn't follow my own good advice. So it actually bit me big time, and that's why I want to just warn you guys. If you can get away without doing it, please feel free. Get away with it. It's no need to tell us you don't have that problem. We know there are people who don't have that problem, but for the guys who do have problems, this is the way to just counteract it. Steve, you're going to get the same result. The whole idea of loading the Cessna 172 is to force a proper reload of the Zibo. The whole idea of running the developer reload option here is to force a reload because you want your X-plane and all the add-ons and everything you have to settle first, then you do the reload. So it's either or. And like I said, this is for guys like me who have limited resources in their system. If you've got an i9 with 128 gig RAM or 64, 32 gig RAM, and you more than likely won't need it because it's a high-end $3,000, $4,000 machine you're working with there. Guys like us in the middle or lower end of the spectrum, we need all the help we can get to load. Um, I think it is probably a quicker way, Steve. The problem is I forget. And if I forget, you're going to forget, or the next guy is going to forget. So having the Cessna 172 ritual also gives you that visual cue. Hey, you're in the 172, you need to move to the Zibo now. Whereas if you do it this way and you forget to run this routine, you opening yourself up to a smack. Something might go wrong. No guarantee it will go wrong, but it might go wrong. All right, Raptor, good morning. If I haven't said hello to you, obviously Steve to you, and Steve Mitchell and Steve Warren. Um, Great to have you guys with us. All right, so I'm just gonna connect this GPU and get some life in this aircraft quickly. Then we'll continue with the planning. Yeah. Right, so let's go back to STKP. I've pasted the flight route already. We're going to use runway 28. We're going to use runway 24. The rest of the information seems to be okay. EGPF Glasgow. Give me a second, Joe.
Raptor UK, I think it is not broken. The only thing we can see the labels on Xpilot
Yeah,
for what SIM.
yeah, but it definitely works. I'll go online again shortly. I was online earlier to show Abhishek it works. Xpilot, the latest Xpilot works. You just cannot see the labels as I can explain to you now. But it definitely works very nicely. We had our first flight of it already. Absolutely, Steve. And I'm using SkyMax Pro that traditionally used to kill it, but it runs beautifully. Look at my FPS there. Sorry for the glare, but I mean, my FPS is higher 30s to 40 there, with all the clouds and everything.
I last night experienced Vulkan. I don't know which software affected specifically,
Yeah.
but there are some improvement required for some software. But as I said, it could be related to Xvision or XP. Uh, what is that? ASXP. I don't know which one affects the quality of Vulkan.
You'll have to eliminate the stuff, guys. And if you are late, and welcome to, where did I see there was a new viewer just now? SK, welcome. Um, Please also note that UWXP will kill um, your ultra weather XP will kill your Vulcan because it's not compatible. We had a lot of guys complain about the better pushback killing it. It's not better pushback, it's UWXP, guys. We've gone through all the tests, and it's UWXP that makes it look as if your better pushback kills your Vulcan. So please also note that. Uh, what else? What else? What else? Let's move on.
Nico, British Airways 5631. Good morning to all. Hello to all in family, says.
Okay, good morning, Chris. Welcome. Okay, can we continue? Let's try again. Let's go and check out. You see now. This is exactly where I wanted to click on the VAMSIS, because now I can't remember how many passengers I need. So I'm I'm just gonna go. Let's make it
Please,
150.
please, please set up your airplane. I will read the message to you.
All right. Okay. Cool. 2 point. Just make it 2. All right. So
Because my APU is open for a long time and poison, I don't want to affect people,
How come you're
ground
always in
people.
front of everybody?
No,
all right.
sir, because Nico explains everything.
But of course, that's what he's there for.
Yes, exactly. I appreciate. I'm not complaining about this problem. Not problem, sorry, about this issue.
All right.
But you're so keen to get away, and Nico has to do a thousand things more.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Okay. So I am going
Can you
to.
guys hear me?
Yes, now we hear you, Jose.
Ah, sorry, I was having a problem with my mic.
No problem. Shui, welcome, and Joe, you back in play.
Thank you. I forgot to talk.
Yeah, no,
We are
please talk,
getting
please talk.
crowded.
All right. Gents, for some reason since yesterday, and I'm not sure whether it's because I did the update on top of an existing installation of STKP, I'm going to have to uninstall and reinstall it because it's just point blank refusing to talk to um, SimBrief. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set up the flight here again, and then we're going to pull it over to the other side. Maybe that will help some of you guys as well. That's the airline. This is 816. RYR. So if you get stuck in STKP, that's the beauty of the system as well. You can come here, make it here, then import it that side. So EIDW. What's it? EG? I think it's PF for Glasgow. I think. If I did it wrong, please tell me. And that's the wrong version. We want the 189 version.
Nico, question, please.
Yeah, go.
If you uninstall STKP and reinstall it, don't you lose everything?
No, because the data, your user data sits in your My Documents. So as long as you do not disturb the My Documents, you are okay. What I also suggest, as always, is once. Thank you, Raptor. EGPH is the destination, that is Edinburgh. What I do suggest, Joe, is go into your app data folder in the local folder as well as in the roaming folder. There are two STKP folders that you really need to get rid of. All right. And delete them after you've uninstalled STKP. Don't delete them beforehand. So you uninstall STKP, delete those two folders, then it leaves you with your STKP in your My Documents. And then what you do is you run the installer. It will fill in those two temporary things there, or not temporary, well, the actual program folder things in local and roaming. All right. And it will then pick up on your My Documents again.
Nico, Stream Element sent you a message.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've introduced myself. You guys better do the introduction from your side then. Who are you and what do you want? It's, he's just more eloquent. Anyway, I see there are new guys who want to join the Discord. Let me just give them their thingamadings as well. There you go. There you have your rights. Okay, I don't want to reinstall STKP right now. What we can do at the end of the stream, what we'll do is I'll actually do the reinstall on the stream at the end as an addendum, and then you guys who would like to see it can just stay on a bit longer and just follow the whole reinstall thing that I just discussed with you.
And I
Yeah,
will remind you, Nico.
yeah. I'd like to see where those folders are, where they live.
We are 5 traffics on the ground.
Yeah, that's fine, Arkan. Um, oops, forgot that one was broadcasting. That's my Facebook, obviously.
Our family growing up.
Yes. Okay, so what else do we need to do? I think we've got everything. Yes, now we need to go and import this thing. So let's get STKP up on the screen. So this button there says load the latest SimBrief. But did we finish SimBrief? I don't think we finished SimBrief. No, we're talking too much. We are talking way too much. Hold on. Need to concentrate. There we go. There's SimBrief. So I've filled in all the stories. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say full 189 packs because that's the version of the template we are using. Zero cargo. No, we don't want zero cargo. Let's put enough meat in there so we can play a bit. Let's put 2 tons of cargo in there. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Yeah, I'll go grab coffee once we are in there. All right, so now we can generate the OFP.
Nico, do you need me to order one?
No, sir. No. You know, the wife is very gracious. She didn't complain yet, but if we overdo it, I can imagine she's going to tell me, "You stop it. Don't get Uncle John to ask me for coffee every time." I can already hear it. So we'll do it on special occasions, okay?
If someone needs coffee, just tell me.
Yeah, but I do it in a creep fashion.
Not a creep fashion, in a professional, very awesome, long distance fashion. He sends my wife a note. Come, and she brought me coffee last night. That was so cool.
Only 5,500 miles away.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Enough of that. Let's move on. So now back to STKP. We've completed that OFP. So now we're going to press that button and it's going to import the information. And there we go. That's what it should be. Ryanair, correct. VATSIM 816. That's perfect. Let's go zoom in. That will be the departure. All right. Let's look at this. Arrival. All right. This doesn't draw it 100% correctly. We can always do that. So we just click on the little eye to just make it look a little bit better. And oops, that one can close. All right, so now what we can do is we can pre-file. I'm going to pre-file on VATSIM. Okay, that's put it into a browser where I don't want it to be. So I'm just going to keep it offline quickly. What is the time now? 10:25. That's perfect. We've got 816 and we're going to pre-file it. Right, it has been pre-filed. So now what we can do is click fly now. Alright, so on the right hand side we now have the actual OFP that comes from SimBrief and all the hard work we did there. And on the left hand side we obviously have all the information that SimToolkit Pro graciously gives to us. And if we now go to the web FMC guys, we can actually set things up straight from here, or we can do it via the aircraft. And then what we can also do is we can change the width of this now. So web FMC, we're going to put it, let's put it at 25%. There you go. So now you have a better size web FMC and you can actually scroll right through. Now the whole trick of this is obviously when we get to the descent winds, we want those values and we want to be able to type it in. And when that thing is too large, we can't see it because it covers it. So that's perfect for us now. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make this slightly smaller now. And I'm going to connect and show you guys that this actually works. Right, there is the VATSIM traffic. Yes, okay. Alright, so for anybody who was wondering, Xpilot, it does work in the Vulkan New Explain Beta. You just have to update it. There are certain requirements. Make sure that you read the documentation and make sure that your computer complies with the minimum requirements, and then it will work. Right, Raptor, please make sure that your C++, that you've got the 2015, 2017, or what's it, 2017 and 2019 versions as well. Very important, guys, to check the notes. We went through some support yesterday, and C++ was missing, so poor Hakan couldn't see his traffic. You know, everything else was there, but no C++, no traffic. So please remember
And
to check that.
another thing, Nico, please be sure you imply all the CSLs properly.
Yes, it's very important. Incorrect installation of the CSLs will also not work. And then the other thing is this: in your XPilot settings, guys, it loses your mapping for your CSLs. Do not run XPilot before you set this. All right, if you run it, or if it's running in the background, like I have it right now because I am connected. The moment you fiddle with this screen, your X-plane will bomb out. It will go white and die. So don't start XPilot. Set up this mapping and this little tool. Close it. Restart your X-plane. Then go to your XPilot and run it. So there's just a little bit of common sense routine in there that you need to please follow as well.
A reminder, you will not be able to see airplanes labels. That is not
Yes.
a problem because under construction. This issue is
Yes.
under construction.
Correct. Correct. So guys, I need to find my VA little program. I'm going to start the VA now, and we have 40 minutes to get off this ground. So there is the timer going, and we are now going to start setting up the aircraft.
For your information, Nico, I'm going to take clearance after you because our position required like that. Okay?
No problem, no problem. Right, so what we need to look for is now go grab our payload. 19.6. All right, now we've got a whole bunch of cargo to play with. And I will run through that routine with you guys as well. Then the fuel is 4.9. Right. All right, as you guys can see, the landing CG has not been calculated yet. We're going to have to come back for that later. We'll do the adjustments here to make sure that the landing CG is in the appropriate place. It needs to be between 20 and 23%. So we'll run through that routine as well. And I forgot to set this back to
After
normal.
yesterday's landing, I don't care about landing CG.
You need to care about that, Arkan.
But you remember yesterday, of course.
Yeah. I do. Right, so,
Nico,
yes, Joe, go for it.
I thought you put 2 tons of cargo in.
Now, what happens is the Zibo does not distribute it according to the OFP. Oh, and by the way, I did when we were in STKP, but when we went to, what's his name? Actually, that's where we did it. Now that you mention it, Joe, the only reason Simbrief will throw it away, because I do realize what you're saying. There it is. It did throw it away because it is unable to carry it. The weight's not too much. So
Gotcha.
Simbrief has got a very good, calculation system, and when it realizes that there's too much, it just throws them away. Um,
Thank you.
as far as I recall, the KLM OFP, and I'm speaking under correction, but I think that was the one where I noticed it. It will actually tell you, there will be a note saying, sorry, you're out of range with your weights. We have reduced it. It actually tells you, but it's the only one where I saw it actually tell you that.
In SimBrief.
In SimBrief, yeah. When you pull your OFP from SimBrief in that format, it writes a note and it will tell you, listen, sorry, we couldn't load it because it's not allowed too much. Good morning, Sentinel. Good morning. All right, so while these guys are loading, I suppose we can open our...
It looks like, if you look at the takeoff weight line on the SimBrief chart there, looks like you've got exactly 1 ton spare.
Yes.
So if you try to enter more than 1 ton, it kicks you out and resets to 0.
Yeah, because then
Is
your
that right?
aircraft... Yeah, then your aircraft is just heavy. Yeah. Very good spot. Very good notice there, Paul.
Yeah, excellent.
All right, and for those of you who are not familiar with it, there is... Dankie, Rana. There is an update to the jar design ground handling deluxe on their forum. You need to go to their forum to download the update so that your jar design will work again, the ground handling side of things.
I think jar design upgraded everything for Vulcan.
I noticed, yeah, the 320, the 330, they were updated, as well as X-Life. Everything was updated for Vulcan.
Right,
So.
right.
Raptor, enjoy it, man, enjoy it. Right, so let's see, where were we at? Right, so we've done basics, but not all. Raptor, it did not work for me, and I have been too lazy to go and test it again, so maybe you can test that and let us know, please. If anybody else has tested Active Sky to actually work properly without crashing the sim, you can drop us a note as well.
Yes, I last night controlled Active Sky. It works with Vulcan,
Okay, but
but
you need the latest update? Is there the
yes,
beta? Okay,
yes, beta I have,
okay,
but still it could be problematic. And in parentheses, I am not sure 100%.
okay.
Okay, I don't want to give you wrong information here. So there is some unknown among X-Vision, Active Sky, and Vulcan
All right.
Nico,
from my side.
Yes, Joseph?
I've tested it. The only thing you can't do is the cloud textures.
Yeah,
They don't work, but
yeah.
it does inject the correct weather.
All right, so you just need to make sure that you have the correct ones. Okay, I ran Active Sky with SkyMax Pro and the weather injector. And then what happened was it worked perfectly the first day. The second day, every time I started explain, it bomb out, bomb out. It took me like 3 hours to figure out it was the Active Sky plugin. Now, it could be that it went corrupt. Okay, so what we can also do, maybe after the stream, is just fire it up and have a look, see, see if it's working. So if we look at the reinstall of SDKP, let's do that as well for the guys at the end of the stream. All right, Steve
Yeah,
Mitchell
and
says it also works. Yeah.
did you by any chance point it to wherever you got your
Yes.
explain beta?
Yes. Yeah, there's all these things you need to go through. I've done everything, and like I said, it worked the first day, the second day didn't. So it might be that because Vulcan crashed, that the plugin got hurt in the process. Okay, so there's one way to find out, Jose, is to reload it and see. Go see.
Okay.
Right, let's go down. Right, so
Did you have to make any changes to your ground handling set when you upgrade? Because it suggested you had to, but on mine it looks okay.
no, mine looks okay as well. What I did was, I did add the ambulance, in light of this whole pandemic that we're facing in the world. I did add the ambulance, and then I've just realized it's still in my normal explain. It's not in the beta. I need to actually just bring the set over so you guys can see that too. But that's the only thing I changed when I went in and added the ambulance for myself.
Just a warning, Nico, when you put your route in, make sure you do a step.
I'll do.
As Uncle John said, in total, at the end, this is beta. Therefore, there could be
Many issues. Yeah.
types, yeah, many types
Yeah.
of issues. I think you don't need to take series too much until the initial release of Vulkan
Yeah.
published.
Steiner, I did mention it. You are correct. You did remember correctly. I was trying the Active Sky beta that was released on the 23rd of March. So we can try both. We can try the beta and, like Steve said, he just copied his 1141 copy. We'll try both. We'll give it a bash. We'll see what happens. You know, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll probably find out together which one works and which one does not. So. All right, router 1. Let's go to router 1. 1 alpha. That should be the correct one. Yeah, execute it.
What I know, there is an aeroplane called lows too much, which is called flight factor.
Uh-huh.
They didn't give update for Vulkan yet.
Yeah.
In parentheses, irony because that means lows.
All right. There is a problem. That is the overreach that we saw on Navigraph as well. So I would say that's not going to work. So we might just go to the
The
next
trouble is, I noticed, and this is why I mentioned it, noticed the two different speeds.
I'll go have a look. I'll go back there. I just want to take the 180-degree turnaround there, and then the hunting that's gonna ensue if it goes through that story.
That was the query I was raising.
Yeah, yeah. We'll go back there just now, my friend. There's TLA.
Ding dong. Uncle John, would you like some coffee? Uncle John not there.
No, he's gone to fetch his own coffee. You're too late.
Yeah.
Right, so let's run through this. Below 250. Need to be below 250. That's the speed we're talking. And then I don't have any other speeds. I'm trying.
Yeah, the one you deleted
Had a speed.
230 on it. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay. So that obviously TLA has got some restriction. So once we execute everything in the FMC's program, the Zibo should fill in all the blanks, and we basically got rid of the query then, didn't we?
I think so, yeah. That's what I was...
Chris, I've actually noticed that. I'll try, if my memory serves me well, to remember that. Alright, perfect match. 62.7, 67.6 versus 67.4. Perfect match. And go fetch the reserve. This will be, we're just going to make it to cost index will be 6 to 259 and we are scheduled for 250. Winds 278 at 26 and we've got 0. So it's 30. Take 2 and a time, so that didn't work. Let's make it 32. There we go, that should be sufficient. Then that's fine. CG, okay, we're going to fix that CG just now. We need to go to 41.7. Our runway is 0.5 up, 0.5, and the runway heading is 278. I am going to try a cutback again. And then we have the rest. Okay, so let's go check our landing CG. So we have 18.7, so we need to move it a little bit backwards because it's a little bit too far forward. Okay. Thank you, Steve. Go well. Enjoy yourself. That's a little bit too much. Damn it. Let me think about this. $22.6. Alright, that's borderline, but it's okay. We're getting there. Why don't we make this 1200, 3, 4, 6, 3. 32.9. Oops, other way around. Not this way, the other way around. So let's add 100 there. Alright, I'm gonna drop another 100 then. So 100, 21.8. Alright, I'm gonna leave it at that. And then we need to go back and fix the CG this side. Clear. The speeds are all the same. Right, that takes care of that. Almost time to leave, so let's get this guy going.
What you have been given by FMC, is it D-rated takeoff?
Yeah, taken -2.
Minus 2.
Ryanair 52, Foxtrot Delta, I will reduce my speed. To make some space for you, EGPH 17.
What did we say? 250. I think. Let's double check 250. Yep. Right, what do we have in terms of a door? ATIS. Let's see. This is EIDW information Charlie. Expect ILS approach runway 28, transition 1107, wind 26089, variable QNH 1023. Good morning, Dirk. Good morning. Right, so we have all of this done. Need to get my controllers connected. Right, we've got all of that going. So, seat belts, ground services, better pushback, pre-plan this one. Okay, then we can send these guys away. I still need to get my IFR clearance from ATC, guys. I have not forgotten.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. On behalf of all the crew, welcome on board this flight. We expect to be departing on schedule today, and weather en route is looking pretty smooth. Shortly, the cabin crew will be showing you a safety demonstration. This is for your safety and for those around you, so please give them your full attention. Once again, you're all very welcome on board.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome on board this flight. To ensure our quick and on-time departure, we kindly ask you to move along the cabin aisle as quickly as possible. And once you've found your seat, please step into your seating area to let the other passengers through. You can store your hand luggage either under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartments provided. Please keep emergency exits clear at all times, and we'd like to remind you.
Dublin Tower, good morning. Ryanair 816, stand 111 Charlie with information Charlie, requesting IFR clearance to Edinburgh as filed.
Ryanair 816, Dublin Tower, good morning. You're cleared to Edinburgh on the ROTEV 1 Alpha departure, runway 28, squawk 6620, and airborne frequency is 122.8.
Airborne frequency 122.8, squawk 6620 off runway 28 on the ROTAS 1 Alpha departure, Ryanair 816.
Ryanair 816, reback is
Dublin
correct.
Tower, good day, this is Ryanair 982, we are at gate 110 Charlie, requesting ATC clearance for Edinburgh.
Ryanair 982, Dublin Tower, good morning. You're cleared to Edinburgh on the ROTEV 1 Alpha departure, runway 28, squawk 6673, and airborne frequency is 122.8.
Airborne frequency is 122.8, after takeoff will be ROTEV 1 Alpha departure, squawk 6673, Ryanair 982.
Ryanair 982, reback is correct, advise ready for push and start.
We are ready push and start, Ryanair 982.
Ryanair 816, ready for push and start.
Ryanair 982, did you say you're ready as well for push and start?
Yes sir, we are ready for push and start, Ryanair 982.
Okay, I'll get you ahead of the other guy to your right just to give you some space. So Ryanair 982, your push and start is approved. The QNH is 1023.
Startup and pushback approved. Thank you very much, Ryanair 982.
And Ryanair 816, caution your company, Ryanair 737 to your left. Your push and start is approved. QNH is 1023.
QNH 1023, push and start approved, and we'll keep an eye out for the traffic. Thank you, sir.
Tower, Ryanair 46 Charlie Alpha, ready push and start.
Ryanair 46 Charlie Alpha, just confirm your squawk there is 6642.
Ryanair 46 Charlie Alpha.
Ryanair 46 Charlie Alpha, thank you. Your push and start is now approved. QNH is 1023, face west.
1023, push and start approved, Ryanair 46 Charlie Alpha.
Dublin Tower, EC817 with you on ILS, runway 28. EC817, Dublin Tower, good morning. Surface winds are 270 degrees, 11 knots. Runway 28, you clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 28, EC817. Thank you.
FYI guys, my VRAM has taken a hell of a knock for some reason now. I don't know why, but I hope it clears very quickly. Yeah, he sounds good, eh Joe?
Excellent.
Dublin Tower, good day. Ryanair 52 Fox Delta with you on the ILS 28.
Ryanair 52 Fox Delta, Dublin Tower, good morning. Surface winds are 270 degrees, 11 knots. Continue and approach your number 2 and reduce final approach speed.
Number 2, continue approach, Ryanair 52 Fox Delta.
Good luck with the VRAM, Nico.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. It's steady at 3.8, so I've got about 200 meg left to play with. I hope it stays there. There's the pin.
Runner 52 Fox Delta, in the event of a go-around, turn right heading 360 degrees, 3,000 feet, but continue approach for now, you're number 2.
At the approach number 2, runner 52 Fox Delta, and will be 360, 3,000 feet.
Tower 816 ready for taxi.
Runner 816, taxi Delta Sierra, Fox Outer, hold short link 5.
Delta Sierra Fox outer then link 5 for Ryanair 816.
I just confirm you'll hold short at link 5.
I will hold short link 5, thank you sir. Ryanair 816.
Dublin Tower, we are ready for taxi, Ryanair 982.
Ryanair 982, you can follow the company traffic, Boeing 737, link 6, Fox Outer, hold short link 5.
Roger sir, we are following our company, link 6, hold short link 5, 982.
Ryanair 46 Charlie Alpha, ready taxi.
Ryanair 46 Charlie Alpha, taxi straight ahead link 5, Papa 1, enter left runway 16, hold short runway 28.
How come I'm not going to, sorry, no, he's muted, but anyway, how come I'm not going to taxi very fast today?
EG817, welcome to Dublin, vacate Sierra 3, right on Sierra, then left Whiskey 1.
Sierra 3, Sierra and Whiskey 1, EC817.
Ryanair 52 Fox Delta, surface wind 270 degrees 11 knots, runway 28, clear land.
Right, clear times, Ryanair 52 Fox Delta.
And EG817 from Whiskey 1, hold short runway 1634.
Hold short runway 16 from Whiskey 1, EC817.
That depiction wasn't really cool.
Ryanair 46 Charlie Alpha, just confirm we're going down 16, yeah, left onto 16.
Ryanair 46 Charlie Alpha, a firm from Papa 1, enter left, run 6, and hold short runway 28.
Left 16, thanks, Ryanair 46 Charlie Alpha.
And Ryanair 816, you can follow the company 737 from Papa 1, enter left, runway 16, and hold short runway 28.
I will follow the company traffic 816.
And Ryanair 982, you can also follow the company 737 from Papa 1, enter left, runway 16, and hold short runway 28.
Roger sir, copy, Ryanair 982.
Man, guys, here's
Ryanair
another
52
tip.
Fox Delta, welcome to Dublin.
Have a piece of
vacate
paper
Sierra
handy.
5, then
Right
on Sierra.
fast.
Right on Sierra, Ryanair 52 Fox Delta.
Right fast.
And Ryanair 52 Fox Delta from Sierra, left Whiskey 1, hold short runway 1634.
On Sierra, left Whiskey 1, hold short 3416. Ryanair 52 Fox Delta.
EG817, just confirm it's the left there on Whiskey 1.
Left Whiskey 1, EC817, sorry.
Joe, the whole idea of ATC is it's a parrot story. You've got to listen what he says, you've got to repeat what he says, and then you've got to do what he told you to do. So it doesn't matter at which airport. The phraseology might differ a little bit between ICAO and FAA, but it's still basically the same. It's just a question of learning the template, you know, and then filling in the variables, you know, because that's... Ooh, this guy has disappeared. He probably crashed out. Shame.
EC817, give way to Ryanair 737 from your left to right, and then once he's clear, you're clear to cross runway 16. Straight ahead, Hotel 1, link 4, stand 202.
Oh, that was a long one, but I'll give way to the Ryanair, cross runway 16 and 34 onto Charlie, link 4, and the stand number again, please.
Yeah, from Hotel 1, link 4, stand 202.
Stand 202 via link 4, EC817.
Thank you. Ryanair 816, looks like one of your colleagues has gone offline there. From your current position, runway 28, line up and wait.
Runway 28, line up and wait, Ryanair 816. Yeah, that's a pity. So, Steve, that's exactly what I said. You have got to write it down. Because even if it's a parrot story and you just repeat what a guy said, when they talk fast, man, you'll never remember. Forget it. You have to write things down.
Ryanair 816, surface winds are 270 degrees, 11 knots, runway 28, clear for takeoff.
816 cleared for takeoff, runway 28. Yeah, this guy knows
Ryanair
his stuff.
982, behind the departing company 737, runway 28, line up and wait behind.
Toga, let's go.
Roger, sir. After company, we are going to lining up at rate Ryanair 982.
D1.
Right, 8.
Positive rate.
Positive, right, so gear up. What a pleasure to fly when it is like this, man.
400.
Come on, A. Ryanair 816, airborne passing 800 feet.
Ryanair 816, roger, on to Unicom now, 122.8, bye-bye.
128.8, thank you sir, you are a star, enjoy the rest of your day, 816.
Thank you sir, pleasure.
I had to say something, I mean this guy is really good. Wow, okay, there we go. What a rush. Guys, you've got to try this if you haven't tried it. This is a rush. Oh, it's already cold, Uncle John. The toast is cold. Everything is cold. I'm just checking this cutback. It looks absolutely wonderful. So once we pass 3,000 feet AGL, that will then kick up again and go to normal N1. So this is just part of the noise abatement procedures. Very lovely. So all those aunties with the curlers in their hair can sleep late and we don't affect them, you know?
Seeing right now he's out of bed.
Mm-mm.
I actually really like that taxiing there. It was the right amount of ordinary stuff with a few giveaways and a few follow instructions, so that was a big pleasure.
Absolutely.
Nico.
Nico,
Yeah, other button. Yes, I'm here.
it was fantastic ATC.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I like, really I like. So I feel really good right now.
Me too, me too.
This flight will be very good one.
Yeah. I agree.
But separation is so close, by the way, for your information.
I've got you on TCAS there, I've got you. You just mustn't cut corners now. I see you've taken the shorter standard instrument departure, so you're probably gonna cut out in front of me now.
I see. By the way, check your RTO, sir.
Yes, Hakan. Thank you, Hakan.
Flying medic. Flying medic. So,
Oh, that was Tony. Oh, okay, okay. Well, I did put a little monkey there for him. Sorry, Tony. It's blonde moment. Slow on the uptake. All right, I'm just going to quickly gobble down half of the toast and then I'll be back.
Roger that.
Don't choke on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please continue to observe the fasten seatbelt sign until the captain has switched it off. We do recommend for your comfort and safety that you keep your seatbelt securely fastened throughout your flight. There is a call bell, reading light and fresh air venting panel just above your head, and we'd like to remind you that this is a strictly non-smoking flight, and all toilets are fitted with smoke detectors. We invite you to sit back, relax and enjoy your flight with us.
yes, sir, we are so close. We'll see what will happen in Edinburgh.
Slow down a bit, Hacker.
Yeah, I will reduce my cost index.
Well, my cost index is only 6. So what's yours?
35, but I'm reducing to 0.
No, why don't you keep it up and then pass me? Just don't crash into me. And then I'll slow down because my cost index is 6 for Ryanair.
Okay, I am changing mine. Just a second, please.
Hey, Krister, thank you very much. Thank you for the tip there.
I didn't realize that you could change cost index in the air.
No, you can. You can. Man, when the real world guys get bored and they want to get home faster, they ramp that thing up to 500 if they have to. I think the highest you can go in the Boeing 738 is 499 or 500. Can't go more than that. But then you burn fuel. Then you really move it. Thank you, Christer, and the same to you. May God bless you in this wonderful time of His.
Happy Easter. It is
Yeah,
my bad. I forgot. Happy Easter to all.
yeah. Happy Easter, guys.
Same to you guys too. Happy Easter. God bless everybody.
Amen.
I think all the heavy stones today available on chat, Nico.
Say again, Hakan. Sorry.
Heavy stones, all heavy stones on chat today.
Sorry, I can't understand
Okay,
what
no
you mean.
problem. Okay.
Type it to me. Just type it to me.
Thousand to go.
Uncle John, you are 0.001 from 5. Your sound is so soft now, we can't hear you.
Apologies. Question from Raptor.
Yes, sir, I'm talking to Yeri in the background here, and there's Matho there as well. Can I ask you a question regarding his part? You can, Raptor.
Traffic. Clear of conflict.
Say that, Nico.
Yeah. I don't know. I only use Bluebell for my X-Pilot Raptor. I don't know. It could very well be, but you'll have to ask on the X-Pilot forum. I only have the Bluebell CSLs. Hallo Jaco. Welkom. What did you file, Hakan?
Sorry, sir?
Other button, you're broadcasting. What flight level are you on? What did you file?
Traffic.
Yeah, that's Hakan. Traffic. I'll check the details just now. Huh? The moment I opened Firefox, the FPS dipped.
Are you sending, sir?
Yes. And I was a bit late because I'm trying to tag Yeri in Facebook to thank him for this interior that he made for us for the Zibo. And do you think I can get not one of my browsers wants to tag anybody anymore? Do you guys have the same problem in Facebook all of a sudden? Is that now a Facebook problem? I mean, I used to be able to tag people all over the show. Now it's just not there. Crazy. Thank you, Christer, for your input there. Much appreciated.
So where the two of you are going to go in a hole? You can't both land with that damn cloud.
No, I'll go and hold. He can land. And it looks like he's there on top of me, literally.
Cozy, isn't it?
Hakan,
Sir, yes, sir.
what flight level are you on?
220 passing right now.
Okay. Haha, donkey.
Okay, I reduced my speed.
Okay.
This is Edinburgh Information Kilo 1055 Zulu. Visibility greater than 10. Temperature 13. Dew point 10. Wind 250 at 16. Altimeter 1019. Advise you have information Kilo. End of information Kilo. This is Edinburgh Information Kilo 1055 Zulu.
I've created a hold at TLA, so when I get to TLA I'm gonna do a 2-minute hold so you can pause, okay?
As you wish, sir, but my speed is minimum right now.
Now
Going
you can
for
increase.
42.
Do your normal thing.
Roger, sir.
Raptor, that is good news. Thank you for keeping us informed here, because I'm pretty sure someone else will have the same question later. Thanks. And thank you, Christer, for helping. I was too busy with the other stuff, so I never got to do this side of things. We'll do that in another flight again. We'll fill in the blanks here, but the transition level is kind of important. We need to do that. Since we have not passed it, it's actually quite important that we do it. Christer. It happens. It happens. I see Danger Ranger is just in front of me as well.
He is, but he's a good distance in front.
Yeah. He's not online. He's just on some Toolkit Pro that I pick him up. Steiner, move your butt. I'm coming in hot. That speedbird does not sound awake yet. Steiner.
President Joseph, hello, it's RO99, type -8, gate 1, pushing start.
Edinburgh to Fairfax, go to the normal.
Fixed base of operation, and thank you, Yaku. FBO is the fixed base of operation. Yeah.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Is it me or is Arkham getting closer and closer and closer to you?
It is, Uncle John. That's why I set up the hold so that I can go into a hold and Arkham can pass by.
I think he's got a thing about your backside.
That tailpipe, there where the APU sits.
Expected taxiway. In landing. Bravo 1, Alpha Echo 2 terminal.
You won't know because there's a tower. You need to talk to the tower. He'll tell you where.
Grant is also available, sir.
Oh, my soul. I see.
It's a kind of short briefing.
Thank you. 1, 2, 1. Seven, 5. That easy jet's going way over our top.
KLM 1293, runway 24, clear to land, surface wind 250 degrees, 14 knots.
Clear to land, 24, KLM 1293.
Pirate 22, Edinburgh Tower.
Pirate 22, go ahead.
Pirate 22, enter and report now, long final, runway 24.
Entering long final for 24, Pirate 22.
November 248, uniform kilo, monitor Unicorn 122.8, bye-bye.
Going to Unicorn 22.8, thank you, bye-bye.
Edinburgh Tower, EG43 Charlie Delta with you.
EG43 Charlie Delta, Edinburgh Tower, good afternoon. Go around a second, go around, acknowledge.
Go around EG43 Charlie Delta.
Okay, as a matter of interest, it seems that I just need to leave the page and the tag that I want to make for a long time, and then all of a sudden it appears and then I can tag the guy. Alright, so guys in the pilots group, I did thank Yeri for the new interior and I tagged him there if you guys want to go say thank you to him as well.
Pirate 22 Squawk Mode Charlie.
Squawking Mode Charlie, Pirate 22.
Pirate 22, traffic information is a Bluebird Cargo 737800 at your 12 o'clock, 8 miles. Your number 2 to him, recommended spacing is 5 miles.
Looking for the traffic, Pirate 22.
EV43 Charlie Delta, if you would vector yourself back round please and call me when you're established again on the ILS runway 24 and just give yourself a bit more room this time.
Roger that, EG43 Charlie Delta.
KLM 1293, welcome to Edinburgh, taxi left Bravo, left Alpha, hold Alpha 12, contact ground 121.75, bye bye.
Left Bravo, left Alpha, and hold short Alpha 12 from Alpha, KLM 1293.
Hey fam, and off the ground 121.75, bye bye.
And ground as well, apologies, KLM 1293.
I've got you on TCAS Hakan minus 7,300.
Do you visual with the 737 now at your 10 o'clock, 3 miles?
Pirate 22 is a visual with the 737 at my 10 o'clock.
Roger. Blue Cargo 1518, runway 24, clear to land, surface wind 250 degrees, 14 knots.
Clear to land, Blue Cargo 1518, and I am on localizer.
Roger.
Is it possible to carry a right-hand orbit for Pirate 22 to allow for spacing?
Hey fam, Pirate 22, that's approved.
Pirate 22.
Edinburgh Tower, Blue Cargo 1518, the flight management system did not act as expected, but I do have runway 24 in sight.
Roger, you are clear to land, surface wind 250 degrees, 14 knots.
Clear to land, Blue Cargo 1518.
Just got back to Stansted from my
Pirate 22, long file 24, touch and go.
Pirate 24, correction, Pirate 22, roger, continue approach runway 24, your number 2 shortly becoming number 1, the wind 250 degrees, 14 knots, and say intentions after touch and go.
Intentions after touch and go is to depart to the south towards the TLA VOR, Pirate 22, number 2 for landing.
Pirate 22, roger, after touch and go, clear to leave the zone, left turn out to the south, not above altitude 2,000 feet on the QNH 1019, and yeah, that's it, sorry.
Yeah.
Not above 2,500 feet for Pirate 22 to back to the south afterwards.
Thanks very much.
There you guys can see me in the hold, and I'll move in behind Hakan, which which is there, right? Yeah, that's Hakan now. Man, I love the Zibo. I love how you can really fly it now like the real thing, and you can put in your holds and do your thing, and it really flies it well.
Everything is beautiful and available regarding a flight today. So
Yeah, I think so too.
Pirate 22, runway 24, clear touch and go, surface wind 250 degrees, 14 knots.
Clear touch and go, Pirate 22.
Yep.
Blue Cargo 1518, welcome to Edinburgh, taxi along Alpha, hold Alpha 12, contact ground 12175, bye-bye.
12175 for Blue Cargo 1518, thank you very much.
I've got my clipboard out this morning.
okay, sir.
Hakan, there's a guy that's now going to push in between us, it seems. Damn it. Aww.
I just wanted to say, North Star and Lock Star.
But I'm exiting the hold. I've armed it. It will take me out and then take me down. So
EG43 Charlie Delta, you with me?
Go ahead for EG43 Charlie Delta.
Roger, just checking you're on frequency. EG43 Charlie Delta, runway 24, you are now clear to land, surface wind 250 degrees, 14 knots.
Cruise land, runway 24, EG43 Charlie Delta.
Pirate 22, left turn approved to leave the zone to the south. Monitor Unicorn 122.8, thanks for stopping by.
Oh, 2122.8, Pirate 22, thanks for your help.
busy, yeah.
Hey, you can say that again. I made space for Hakan, and now Ryanair 555 is moseying in onto the middle
Yeah.
there.
All stations Edinburgh broadcast, new QNH 1020, Edinburgh out.
Sorry, ATC spoke right over you, McTrine.
I said, at this rate, I shall catch you up before you get out your hole.
Yeah. That's good separation. If he just keeps his speed up, we'll be fine. He just mustn't go and put the brakes on now.
Edinburgh Tower, good day. This is Ryanair 982. I have full establishment with you.
Ryanair 982 Edinburgh Tower, good afternoon. Runway 24, cleared to land, surface wind 250 degrees, 14 knots.
Wind is copied, clear to land for runway 24. Thank you very much, Ryanair 982.
Are the glare effects to your liking, Nico?
It's a bit better because I did, make it less with SkyMax Pro, but it's not exactly where I wanted. And the thing is, I don't see those guard rays as such. It's just a glare now. So I'm thinking they want you to have a massive, large reaction before they actually give you those little guard ray stripes. But I don't know, I might be wrong. I'll fly a bit more on this setting. At least it's not as blinding, you see.
Yeah.
Smooth flying. Hello, hello. Welcome. Thank you, sir. Nice little boats out on the water today. Wow, the bar is high, Uncle John.
Yes, that was pretty good, Hakan. Well done.
Thousand to go.
Edinburgh Tower runway vacated, Ryanair 982.
Ryanair 982, thank you, taxi along Alpha, hold Alpha 12, contact ground 121.75, bye-bye.
Okay, taxi to gate via Alpha taxiway and contact 121.75, 982.
Edinburgh Tower, Ryanair 816, fully established aisle is runway 24.
Ryanair 816 Edinburgh Tower, good afternoon, continue approach runway 24, your number 2, surface wind 250 degrees 10, correction 14 knots.
Thank you, sir. Number 2 for landing, and we'll continue the approach, Ryanair 816. Well, I slowed down far enough. I can't go slower than this. That guy better move it. I'm already on the approach, Chris. I made it. I kept my eye on it the whole time to make sure I would be intercepting properly, and I did, so I'm quite happy. Now it's a question of riding all the way down on the slide slope also. And that's the last of my coffee. Uncle John, you're very soft.
I said I'm not going to order you another one yet.
Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, when I've landed and we've done the replays and stuff, we can go make our own one on the side. I can go do that for myself. Yeah. It was the sim toolkit pro thing, and what was the other one I said? Help me out.
Try Active Sky, I think.
Oh yes, that's the one. Correct. Thank you, Jose.
One at 816, runway 24, clear to land, surface wind 250 degrees, 14 knots.
Ryanair 816 clear to land, runway 24.
Approaching 24.
Yeah, the guy's on text. That's why I never heard him speak.
500. 400.
Tower Prefect 990 with you, approaching hold Delta 1. Prefect 990, Edinburgh Tower, good afternoon, hold Delta 1. Hold Delta 1, Prefect 990.
200.
Prefect 99, behind the landing Ryanair 737-800 on a short final. 5 Delta 1, line up runway 0, correction 24 behind. Behind the landing, Ryanair 737, line up and wait, runway 24 behind, Prefect 999.
10.
Prefect 99, I got your clearance, are you ready? Roger, stand by, Prefect 999.
Yep.
80 knots. Nice one.
No, we won't make this one. Let's not kill ourselves here at number 99, right? Thank you, guys.
Prefect 999, ready to copy. Prefect 99, after departure, cleared right-hand VFR circuit, not above altitude 2,000 feet on the QNH 1020, squawk 7010. After departure, right-hand circuit, not above altitude 2,000 feet. QNH 1020, squawk 7010, Prefect 999. Prefect 99, read back correct.
I also have the Orbex 1, Chris.
A16, welcome to Edinburgh, left on Alpha, hold Alpha 12, contact ground 121.75, bye-bye.
Left on Alpha, hold Alpha 12, 816. And we'll contact ground. Thank you, sir.
Prefect 999, ready for takeoff. Prefect 99, runway 24, clear for takeoff, surface wind 250 degrees, 14 knots. Clear takeoff 24, thanks, Prefect 999.
Fly Sadiq, you need to scroll up in the comments We've already covered that subject today. You just need to install it correctly. You need the latest version, you need the proper C++, and you need the Bluebell CSL only. You cannot use any other CSL. So just scroll up or replay the video. You'll hear all the stories as we discussed them and displayed them. Right, so landing lights, taxi light, nav. All of the lights are done. Right, backs can stay on for a while. Flaps up. Alright, probes off. Cancel that one. Thank you, sir. Right, let's go to ground.
Thanks for flying into Edinburgh. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, thank you very much for that service. Have a good day, Ryanair 982.
Ground, good day. Ryanair 816 with you, holding Alpha 12.
Ryanair 816 Edinburgh Ground, hello. Taxi stand 1 Alpha via Alpha and Echo.
Stand 1 Alpha via Alpha and Echo for Ryanair 816. I need to see where that is.
And Golf Tango Echo Foxtrot, if you'd like. It doesn't look like the Cargolux is moving. If the Cargolux is moved, you can taxi hold point Charlie 1 via Mike and Lima.
That's fine, yeah, he's still for us as well. Okay, Charlie 1 via Mike and Lima, Golf Echo Foxtrot, thanks.
Thank you, gentlemen. This was one of the most enjoyable flights in a long time, I must be honest. Perfect in every sense. My VRAM is at 3.8, so it seems we're going to make it to taxi to the base there. So once we get to the gate, I'll just quickly log the flight, make sure that gets put in the bag, and then we're okay. I honestly can say I enjoyed this. How about you guys?
Very much, loved it.
Yeah,
Same,
superb
same.
flight.
Yeah.
I think Hakan is in love with the ATC now.
Oh yeah. The guys we had today really were good. They were really good guys.
Exceptional on ATC.
Ooh. Things are happening in my background when it's not the dogs. One day when I'm big, I'll have my own room that I'm going to make soundproof.
When you grow up, eh?
It's an old saying, yeah.
Yeah, yes.
You need to eat more then.
Grow a bit more, yeah. No, I'm big and fat enough already.
So where's Mac?
Oh, I'm making a mess of things, John. Don't worry. Out of interest, anybody using X-Plane, if you use X-Plane maps, it's showing all the traffic from Batsim, etc.
Awesome. Ooh, that sounds good, Krister. Oh, look at this. Look at the traffic here.
Echo Tango Echo Foxtrot, you can contact Terra now 118.7 and JFK.
118.7, thanks for the service, cheers for that, bye.
And Golf Tango Echo Foxtrot, sorry, just before you go, make sure squawk 1142.
I'm just squawking it now. Does it come up as 1142, was it?
Hey, from.
Roger, stand by.
Some nice replay there, Arkin.
1142, thanks for that. Didn't note. 1143, oh dear.
No worries,
There it is, 1142. Right, Tower 118.7, thanks for the service, bye bye. Golf Echo Fox.
But it was a little bit hard landing, huh?
Negative.
Ryanair 816 on the blocks. Thank you for your service, sir. Good day.
Ryanair 816, no worries, enjoy the rest of your day.
Nah, poor bunny ran away. Right, let's quickly see. Flaps up here. Right. Let's log this flight. Done.
Nico, thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome, Markan. Look at that. Look at that. Excellent landing. Thank you, Zibo.
Hey.
Edge the 9.6.
Yeah, Captain Olaf, enjoy, man, enjoy. I am going to discuss a couple of things now. After the replay, I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM, do some replays as usual, and then we want to talk about the complete reinstallation of Sim Toolkit Pro, and then we're also going to look at Active Skies, if we can get that going. So, gentlemen, those of you who want to stay, you are more than welcome. I'm not going to fly immediately again later on today again, but we're going to look at the utilities and things to get it going in Vulcan. If you want to go grab a coffee, do it while we do the replays, and then we take it from there. So one of the new things, guys, I don't know if you have seen this, but in Sim Toolkit Pro, you can actually put your shutdown fuel in there as well. So that's what I want to do now, 2168. Helps with some of the statistics there. All right.
Right, guys, I have to go.
All right,
Nico,
Jose.
I'll check your video later.
Thank you, sir.
I can see about Active Sky.
Okay. All right. Thank you for being here, Jose. You're always so welcome to be here.
Thank you very much. Cheers, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right, let's see.
Nico, are you going to replay, please?
OFB is... Yeah, I'm going to do that now. OFB is better. I'm just answering Krister quickly. Krister, I've sent you your message back. Just want to see. I got it, Hakan. Thank you. Let's quickly have a look-see here. Okay. I need to disconnect from VATSIM. I'm very glad. I hear the guys are praising you, so I'm very happy for you. Sorry, I can't look at the same time as flying. Oh, that was low. Oh, yuck. Now we're in the tower. Ah, no.
No tower view as well, same. Yeah.
Yuck. You can't see the aircraft. You see a ghost.
But shift 3 and shift 2 works.
Do it this way. Now the glare is a little bit in the eyes there. I don't know about you, but I'll fly with this pilot, eh?
Not bad, is it? I've done it before.
Probably, Uncle John.
The only shame part is sadly recently we've had to cut down some.
Yeah, unfortunately. We shall get there, Uncle John. I promise you, we shall get there.
We will get there, Nico. We've got to get there.
Ladies and gentlemen, your captain is speaking. Thank you very much for flying with us today. You are going to receive some coffee from me, Uncle John, and Paul, and Martijn, and Steiner, and Nico.
It's been a pleasure, Harkin.
This is Ryanair service, sir. Thank you very much. Ryanair starts distributing coffee to passengers.
Right. Gentlemen, on that note, I'm going to kill the X-plane. I've already closed down the Sim Toolkit Pro, so let's quit on that and move on to the next phase.
Are you going to continue to streaming, Nico?
Yes. That's the whole point.
Okay, in this case, I need to shut up.
You can just keep quiet. You don't have to shut up, but
Yeah, I see.
all right. Okay. So add remove programs. What we're going to do is some toolkit. We're going to find it. We're going to uninstall it.
I'm not in front of computer for a while, but I'm watching your streaming from
No
my
worries.
bed. And see you later on if I am not come back, okay?
100%. All right, so this is now the new Sim Toolkit Pro over there. Right, so then this is basically my profile. So see users, your name, your profile in Windows. Then you need to go to app data. Right, if you do not see app data, as you can see, it's grayed out. It means it's a hidden file. Then you have to go and select the appropriate settings, view, options, change the folder options. You need to go to view and you need to say show hidden files, folders and drivers or drives. Okay, so that gives you app data. Then in a local you will have Sim Toolkit Pro, which you simply go and delete, and in a roaming same thing. Am I missing it? Sim Toolkit Pro, there we go. Right, so then we simply delete it. As a matter of interest, there's my documents. I almost forgot to show you. There is the Sim Toolkit Pro. It's under your documents folder. That contains your fleet, your logbook, all your details, all your settings goes and sit there. So as long as that documents folder of Sim Toolkit is not hurt, then you will get everything back the way you know it. And then all you do is you start the installation again. Right, getting distracted again. So there you go. There, it's literally reinstalled my Sim Toolkit Pro and using all my setup. So I don't have to reset up anything again. So I want to quickly just go and create this flight RYR 816. I just want to see if it actually talks to SimBrief now. Otherwise, I'll have to speak to Dan. So 81. That needs to be FR. Now I'm dyslexic today. Who cares? Damn it. How difficult can it be? Just type it right, man. Don't know why we have to select it twice. We can also ask. 816. Let's generate it. Let's see.
Generating from some Toolkit Pro that hasn't worked for me for like the last 5 flights, maybe.
Yeah, well, I'm in the same boat. So this is why I wanted to reinstall it from scratch, because I thought maybe it was because I just installed it over the old one, instead of uninstalling then installing it. So I think this is maybe something I just need to drop Dan a note on and ask him what's happening, because this is not normal. This definitely isn't normal. So either there's a hole somewhere on the PC or the code's got a little bit of an issue. All right, but in essence, I showed you how to reinstall it from scratch. I mean, that does not change. That is a fact. All right, and if you ever need or feel the need to do it, that is how you do it. Does that help you guys?
Yes. You went a little bit quick, so I shall have to watch it back, but that's not a problem.
Sorry, Paul. You need to shout sooner, then I can re-explain again. But you're welcome. Go watch it. If you need me to do it again, I'll do it again.
Well, I was writing so quick I couldn't press the push to talk button.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, so go try it. If you don't get it right, then obviously I'll show you again. Right, so that's the one thing. The other thing now is active sky.
Have you set your active sky, what was it? The explain location for the beta?
No, I'm going to do it just now. Right, so that is the explain folder. This is my beta explain folder. There is no active sky in it. All right, and as you can see, the active sky is running. So what Steiner is talking about is you need to go to options, general options, default, where is that now? Radar HTTP request simulator install folder. That points to my original explain. All right, so what I need to do is I need to just go and find it quickly. Where is it? Alright, so there's explain beta. Click on OK and explain will active sky will close and we can just open it again. So what it's telling me is that the ASXP Connect plugin was not found. Do I want to install it? I say yes. Next, explain beta. Next, install. All right, there we go. Now, what you need to understand, if you have set up your STKP to be the weather provider, you need to go and change it quickly because otherwise they're going to fight about that one extra file. By the way, you can't do it unless explain is running. So, damn. Okay, we'll do it just now. So effectively, we now have active sky set up for use in explain. So we can go EGPH where we were just now. I'm going to move that off the screen and I'm going to fire up the beta. So what we'll do is we will connect SimToolkit Pro first and get rid of its setting so that active sky can then take over. I presume because active sky is already running, it's going to find explains running, it's going to write the file. And once it's written the file, we'll give it a minute. Then we can connect SimToolkit Pro, quickly disable it and get it out of the way. So this one will take over. Right, so there it is. Let's quickly go to connect. Then we see the little thing emitting over there. Switch off live weather. We don't want that. Alright, so once that's off, just for the heck of it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart it. I like restarting things. That's an old IT trick, you know that. So I'll restart it, and then we know it's not going to interfere, and then we still got our active sky running, and that should give us the active sky weather. Alright, the other thing I need to check in SkyMax Pro, obviously, is real world weather connected. It is set to the external injector, and the rest is set up. So not very defined clouds. Let's see. Can we force an update of some sorts?
Or you could set some manual weather in Active Sky to test
Yeah.
that.
Let's see. Well, I've got some historical weather set up, so it should start doing something. There's a wind shear warning just slightly. Where would it be? Let me just find my bearings. We should be in the wind shear warning here where we are at now. SK, it didn't work for me. I've tried everything already. It's been like this for like 2-3 days already. So I'll have to see what happens. I've set up some custom weather. I'm waiting for it to change to actually show us that it is applying. I wonder if that could have something to do with it because it's blocking it. Let's just edit this. To our left should be a bank of clouds and a lot of water.
Active Skies working for me, Nico.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it should work this side as well. What I'm going to do, okay, is let's just restart explain. Make sure it picks up from Active Sky. Bietjie sagter, Reinhard.
I haven't added any of the extra textures.
That's fine. I don't think it will work in Vulkan, as far as I know, because that is one of the first things they said, is the Active Sky Clouds does not work in Vulkan.
Okay, I'll leave those then.
Right, I'm back with you.
Okay.
And I didn't crash it today.
Awesome.
That looks somewhere sunny, John.
Manchester.
Nah, that doesn't come true, surely.
Why?
Well, I'm about 17 miles away and it's fairly sunny here.
Yeah, no. They're on about a temperature possibly of 25 in London today.
Correct.
Okay, there we go. Now Active Sky is working in X-Plane, so it needed just one more restart. Very interesting. There you go.
Ah.
So Active
Is that
Sky.
in Vulcan as well?
Yes. Yes. This
Oh,
is
right.
This is
And
nice to know.
with their clouds or without
No,
them?
without the clouds. This is SkyMax Pro in all its
Okay.
glory with the real world connector. So real weather connector. Let's just go and enable that tick again. So that is very helpful. There you go. We even have the rain that I set. So let's go to weather control, live weather. Live weather is now active, so it needs to update. Right, well, it did change, but not very dramatically. But you can see no more rain and other stuff, so this is normal. All good. Okay, so in the next flight then, I will use Vulcan with Active Sky instead of the STKP weather. And I mean, it served me well, I must be honest. That weather is a it's a good step forward from the explain weather, so I'm happy with that. Gentlemen, anything else before we call it a day?
No, that's cool. Thank you.
Good. So thank you guys for watching the stream and joining us. We'll be on later again, I hope. I promised my wife I will spend time with her this evening. So I'm not going to fly that group flight, but I might do a little flight just before then. Might is the operative word. Keep an eye out. Otherwise, tomorrow is another day. We'll chat again later.